Hey everyone, it's Sarah, and I have a layout here using the December Hip Kit. And this is actually the second layout that I made with the kit, and I have the first layout that I'm going to be posting here in a couple days. But I wanted to show this one first because this one is about my goals for 2015. And I wasn't originally going to make this page, but I've actually been really inspired by seeing other people's like goals and resolutions pages and stuff. And I watched Nicole Jones' one last night, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna have to make one now. And so I wanted to use my December Hip Kit because she used a lot of stuff she used the same kit as I did. And there were some of the die cuts there that were just perfect for a goal page. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna have to pull that out and use it. So I did. Kaylin is scrapbooking with me again as well. Layla went back to school today, so excuse me. So Kayla and I had some alone time again this morning. She goes back to school tomorrow, so she's scrapbooking with me again. And so what I'm doing is I want to use that Amy Tangerine stitched paper. And I originally was going to use that for a layout about Kaylin, but then I decided to change my mind and use it for this instead. I really, really liked the pattern of the paper, and I don't want to cut it into strips, so I want to use it as a whole for sure. And I just thought some of these other elements here are going to balance it out really, really well. So I'm using these alphabets. Those are by Paisley. They're called Rogue, and they're really, really cool. They're almost like a crosshatch type, and they're transparent. They are really, really cool. I love them. So I pulled out the letters to spell goals, and I'm going to use brackets aside from them. And then I'm using the numbers as well to label my goals. And I'm going to use some of these wood veneer by Evalicious that came in the kit, and I'm also going to use some Amy Tangerine die cuts that I had pulled, as well as also those large enamels that are also from Amy Tangerine. And I'm going to use the two thickers that I have sitting there as well. All of this is from the kit. I don't think I pulled anything. I pulled one thing from my stash. I pulled a small set of alphabets, but that's it. Everything else is from the kit, literally. So I was pretty excited about that. So I have a picture there of, it's a picture that I put on Instagram recently, and it's a picture of a printable that I got from Elise Blaha Kripe. She sells it in her shop. I'll put a link in the video to that printable. It's one of her Make 29 things that she's doing for this year. She's doing a really cool thing for her 29th year. And every month she sells something either in increments of 29 or 290. And this one is actually, she had 29 prints, I think. And then, or maybe it was 290, I can't remember. She had a lot of prints, but then she also did a digital file as well. So you could either do the print or you could do the digital file. And I chose to do the digital file because I wanted to be able to print it out again later on, you know, for another year if I want to do that. But it's almost like a Scantron type of sheet where you can track your, you know, pick one goal a year and track it daily. So as you do it, you know, you fill in the little circle. But I'll have a link to that printable if you want to check it out. It's really cool. So I took a picture of it and put it on Instagram. So I printed that out on my selfie, and just that's what I'm going to use. I don't really have any good pictures of me that are recent that I haven't already used on a layout recently, so I didn't want to like use the same picture again, so I thought that was a good alternative there. So I have those Kelly Perky letters are the only things that I pull from my stash. So I have everything kind of laid out where I want it to go, and I'm just kind of trying to figure out how I'm going to do the journaling, because I don't want to write directly on that paper because you're not going to see it very well. So I'm going to take strips of white cardstock, and I'm going to do my journaling on there, and then I'm going to pop it up on Pop Dots. So I have used a whole bunch of stuff. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do. I'm like, do I like it? Yeah, I do like it. It took me a while to kind of figure out if I really liked it or not, because it's busy. This is more stuff than I would normally scatter all around layout like this. But I think with the pattern in the back, I think it holds it up pretty well. So I have 4 of those Amy Tangerine little die cuts all around my picture, and I am putting my letters down, and I'm just using my ATG for that. And then I am going to, yeah, I'm just sticking everything down right now. And it's funny because I'm thinking, while I'm doing this, I'm thinking I need to cut off the branding strip from the background paper because I didn't do that first. That's normally the first thing I do. But I don't know. I'm kind of not worrying about it right now because I have everything where I like it and I don't want to take everything off and then forget. So I'm just kind of sticking everything down, and then the branding strip will be like the last thing I do. I'm not stressing out about it. So that little die cut there is that I put above the goals. That's from the Amy Tangerine pack as well as this one that says write this down, which I really liked. I thought that went really well. And literally just some of these die cuts and the wood veneer and things were just perfect for this page. I was like, I can't not do a goals page. So I'm using these stickers here that came in the kit and using those for the 2015. And they're really cool. They kind of look like a hardwood almost, like a wooden floor. They're really nice. And I'm using this Dear Lizzie gold. It's like a matte gold almost. It's not like a gold foil. It's like a matte gold. It's gold, but it's not super shiny. And I used the word shine there on the bottom. And I'm using these Kelly Perky letters to spell out my name. And that little die cut piece there says specially made for. So I'm putting Sarah Swan because these are my goals for the year. So I think I'm going to go ahead and get everything stuck down first, and then I'll start doing my journaling for what I want to use. So I wanted to kind of tell you guys a little bit what has been going on. You guys know that December was crazy and that everyone was sick, and then I came down with an infection on over this past weekend, the first weekend in January. I came down with an infection, and so I needed to go to the doctor. And I wanted to avoid the emergency room because we had spent 7 hours in the emergency room with Layla when she got the flu on New Year's Day. So I was like, I don't want to go back to the emergency room. So I waited until Monday to when I could go into the clinic when they were open. And oh man, I was in some pain. And then Kaylin woke up that same morning and had 102-degree fever. And I was like, oh my gosh, what's going on? So we both went in on Monday and spent 4 hours at the clinic because for some reason it took forever to get our test results back. I don't know what the holdup was. It was probably just because it was after the holiday and, you know, it was like everyone's first day back. So it was a little crazy. So Monday, was it the 5th? Yeah, Monday the 5th, we spent 4 hours in the clinic, and I walked in. I was in a lot of pain when I walked in, but after I got tested and everything, I felt better. And then, you know, Kaylin ended up testing positive for strep, so she has strep throat again. So it's just been crazy. And then we got her antibiotics, and then she ended up having an allergic reaction to them. Nothing crazy, but, you know, her eyes got puffy and she literally had tears coming down her face, and she was like, I'm not crying. I don't know what's going on. So she had a very mild allergic reaction to the medication that they gave her. So we had to go back in again today and get it changed. But it has just been like literally one thing after another with medical stuff right now. So I'm really, really hoping that this is it because I don't think I can handle anything else. So I don't know. We'll see. But that's what's been going on, and that's why I haven't had a whole lot of videos going, and I've been dying to get back to, you know, scrapbooking and getting videos uploaded again and stuff, and I'm slowly uploading what I can, like what I have, but it's not very much, so I'm finally kind of starting to get back in the groove, and then, you know, Kaylin's going to be on our antibiotics, so she'll be able to go back to school when it starts, so hopefully, you know, with this week, everyone going back to school and everything, I can get some more stuff done and start getting some process videos up because it's been killing me to not have any. I was not counting on everyone being so sick all through the month of December. But hopefully we're on the mend. Hopefully we're on the mend. And you guys have been really nice, and thank you for all your concerns and well wishes and everything. I appreciate it. Okay, so I've written all my goals down, and I will tell you what they are as I'm doing them. And I'm going to use these large enamel dots from Amy Tangerine, and I'm going to use these Kelly Perky letters and kind of label them almost. So the first one is scrap, and I wrote that for scrapbooking this year, I want to work through all of my Studio Calico kits that I have left. I have 12 left, so I'm going to work on one a month at least. And that I want to make some more things from my stash. So that's my scrap goals. And then I think the last thing I wrote was use what I have. Instead of, you know, buying new stuff, I want to use what I have. Goal number 2 is read. And that goes along. Oh, there's a page that Kaylin made. She needed help getting it into her album. But she made that page. So for reading, my goal is 50 books this year. And I found a really cool reading challenge that I found online, and I'll put a link to that as well. But it's 50 books, and it has like prompts for each one. Like it'll say, you know, a book you started but never finished, go back and finish it. Or a book by a female author, or a book that was published this year. So it has 50 different prompts. So I'm going to use that to get some of my reading done this year. And that is also what I'm using the printable for, is from the picture, is I'm trying to read every single day from my book. So I want to spend less time online and more time on my book. So every single day I want to read, even if it's a chapter, like just every day read from my book. So that's number 2. Number 3 is unplug, which is part of that. It's, you know, I want to stop being online all day, because I feel like I'm online all day between my phone and my iPad. So I'm going to start giving myself a cutoff time at night. So I'm not going to be online after 10 o'clock at night, which is when I'm trying to aim to be in bed as well. So when I get in bed, I don't want to be, you know, playing Candy Crush or browsing Facebook. I want to be reading. So I'm going to do that, kind of make online less of a priority for myself this year and start working on other things. Number 4 is lose it, which is weight related. I want to lose my weight finally. I actually started a group on Facebook called Scrapping Off the Weight, and it's something that we're focusing on, you know, losing weight and being healthy. So not just weight loss, but also just, you know, healthy habits and things, and we're actually scrapbooking about it. A lot of people are, you know, sharing their scrapbooks and their weights and everything. Not everybody is sharing quite yet, and that's fine. It's mainly a big support system is what the intention of the group is. And then if you're comfortable sharing, please do. And if you're not comfortable, that's okay too. You know, it's a very non-judgmental group, and we're having a lot of fun so far. And it's been pretty inspiring. So I'll have a link to that group as well. It is a closed group, but if you want to join, just request and I will add you. And then the 5th one is labeled focus. And that is my one little word for this year. And I do one little word, and I actually do like Allie's workshop and do the prompts, and I have an album and everything. And my word this year is focus. And that's part of, you know, I'm wanting to lose weight. I'm wanting to focus more on reading. I want to focus on my Studio Calico kits and getting those killed. So just a lot of aspects I really need to kind of hone in my energy and focus on things that I want to accomplish and things that are important, because I'm tending to focus on things that are not important. You know, like Facebook is great, but it should not be my priority every day. You know, my family should be, obviously, and things I want to accomplish and things. So I'm kind of trying to focus on the important things rather than just things that are not important. Kaylin's waving. So those are my goals. And what I am doing here is I took some Prima chalk ink in tin can, and I inked the edge of all the white cardstock where I did my journaling so that it kind of stands out a little bit more. And I also popped it up on Pop Dots. And I think that's it. I think I add a couple little wood colored puffy stickers here. Those are from Evalicious that came in the kit. And just adding a little bit more wood to go along with the 2015. And that is going to be it, you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I have a lot of close-ups. I have 6 close-ups coming for you because I wanted to make sure I honed in on the goals as well. If you guys have any questions, please let me know, and I have links for everything that I was talking about in the description, so please go check everything out. And I will be back again real soon with some more layouts. Hope you guys have a great day. Bye.